Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another arcade versus home port. In this video comparison we'll be taking a look at this game, Dragon Spirit, released by Namco in the arcades in 1987. Although in North America and Europe it may have been distributed by Atari. Basically it's a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up where you ride a dragon called, is it a mule? A Null? Over 9 stages, destroying both air-based and ground-based targets. Kind of like Xavier's, only you're a dragon. You get power-ups that give you extra heads up to a maximum, is it 3, maybe 4, which increases your firepower. It's a typical shooter of the time where the screen is far longer than it is wide. So regardless of the aspect ratio you play it in, I'm playing this on main through CoinUps 8, obviously it's going to be really rather quite skinny. It's nice graphics, not amazing graphics. I never played it in the arcade. I do remember seeing it in magazines featuring their, their couple of pages in the middle arcade section, such as CBG, Your Sinclair and Sinclair User, and they ranted and raved about it mainly because of its art style and the fact that you're a dragon, because dragons were a big deal in the 80s. Now we're going to be comparing it to the PC Engine version, which granted will be running on my PC Engine Mini, which is generally considered to be the best home port and a tad more forgiving than this, because this is absolutely brutal. Of course it was released on the Spectrum, the Amstrad, the Commodore, the Amiga and the Atari ST, but as I said, at least according to the magazines back in the day, mainly Mean Machines and CVG, the PC Engine version was, well, they went on about how accurate it was to the arcade. It's not, but it is the best home port. I do have a gameplay of this on the ZX Spectrum, which to be fair is not a bad port. Anyway, we put some money in. There are no continues. There are no continues. It's balls horrifically hard and there's no continues. Basically this game hates you. Right, I don't know what that does. I think that explains your, I don't know, power-up, stuff like that. I could read it, I can't be asked. There you go. You're the Dragon Rider, you're summoning a dragon. I wish it was from Connie from Dragonheart, but that's just me. There is a sequel released in 1990 called Dragon Saber, I believe. Right. Now, obviously, even though it's got a narrow screen, it does scroll from left to right. That's a power-up. You want that. It is so hard. I missed my power-up. Look at these things. You get one hit and he screams, much like a xenomorph being shot in Aliens. And then you get another hit. Look, ground targets. Oh no, it slows again. There you go, one hit and then another hit and you're dead. Everything wants to kill you, even the palm trees. Seriously, wait for it. The palm trees try and, there you go, will try and shoot you. There you go, I'm dead. Brutal, I told you it was brutal. It's nice graphics, not amazing graphics, there were better shooters at the time, but fuck bugs. It's just got a charm to it. I'd say a charm, it will piss you off royally because it's so friggin' hard. Look, palm trees. This ancient world or whatever it is has the best air defences I've ever seen. And also, there's a very realistic chance that we are the reason all these dinosaurs are extinct. Right, so that's a power up. Get it? It did nothing. Oh no! Look, it's improved my ground attack. Oh no, you shoot when feathers come off. So, oh, okay, that works. God, we stand a chance, I think. Where's my second head? Get some of that in your life. Be interesting to see how the power-ups work on the PC Engine version. Now, oh, it's run out. All this shit going on though makes it incredibly difficult to work out where your upgrades are. These are the worst things. Right. I have to say, okay, now we really are killing Nessie. Look at it. Oh, absolutely fuck off. And there you go, look. Quick start. No, no, no continues. Why would you have continues? Who wants continues? the arcade owner who wants to use this game to put his kids through college. Because let's be honest, no continues would only get to a certain amount of time if we just went fuck off or went to another arcade machine. I would have. I'm sure there are people who can rinse through this and just laughing at me. To be fair, this gameplay comparison is probably the first time I've properly played this outside of the Spectrum. Get the thank you, get that. Got 2 heads. Which seems to make absolutely bugger all difference. So does that mean I can shoot them on the ground before they take off? Yes, it does. And the second heads increase my range. I can't get in front of him now. Die, you palm tree bastards. Yeah, stick that in your pipe, Biloddy. If you smoke. I love you. Oh! Shake hard, old boy. Points for the quote. I'll give you a clue. Bugger all the dragons. No, no, no! And I just missed the power up. This game seriously exists to piss you off. Where is it? It just disappeared. Ooh. I heard a few people recommend this and then say, that's my phone, sorry, you'll end up rage quitting. Realistically, I probably will. Let's go. Alright, fuck off. All its charm is waning on me now. I guess it's a question of memorization, isn't it? Particularly with the ground-based stuff, which is far more brutal. Well, you get penned in, don't you? By, you know, if you're not concentrating on shooting everything at once, then you get air attacks, ground attacks, and it just pens you into a corner, and then, yeah. Goodbye, dragon. Of course, a turbo would be nice. See what I mean? I lost a head. That must really hurt the poor dragon. Ooh! No! Why is this game this friggin' brutal? At least there's something satisfying about shooting those feathered bastards. Does it put you back? Does it at least puts me back? I guess it's put me back at least to get a weapon? No, there's no way this game's going to be nice. See, it's not going to be nice. Much piss was boiled during the making of this video. Of course you can't see any of the friggin' bullets either. Is the pain over? The pain's over. Well, I say the pain's over. Let's have a look at it on the PC Engine. Here we go, Dragon Spirit on the PC Engine, released by Namco themselves, I guess, in 1988. As you can see, while it's still running in the correct excuse me, aspect ratio 4:3, it's a much wider field than the arcade, so you don't actually get any of that scrolling elements. Bigger sprites too, it would look like, but yeah, already off the bat I can see this looks really nice. Let's get into it and see how bullserifically hard it is. We got turbo switches on, that should help. Area 1. Oh, that helped. Now, here's the thing. Didn't we start off over land? Okay, so they've taken liberties. Now, immediately, I shouldn't say this out loud because I'm going to die. It's a lot easier. Maybe they just assumed that people didn't like, as you could hear me swearing and getting very angry during the first half of this video, the balls hard nature of the arcade. Look. It's nice music. It's parallax, you know, we've got clouds and stuff like that. Now it's beginning to look like the first level. The sprites are very recognisable, as are the power-ups, the way you get them. 2 heads. Ooh! They're the same. Live from Far is down below. Having turbo switches makes all the difference. Clearly, though, it's still a lot more forgiving than the arcade. Oh, how many shots? I've taken 2 shots now. Although one was... Look, the trees. Yeah, one was, to be fair, I lost a head. Oh, it's got the same... Be very precise with the crack attack. Say 3 shots? Well, 1 head. 2 body shots. So the same then, really. Your sprite's nice. I would say it's better than the arcade. Possibly that's a bit unfair because of how big the sprite is compared to the arcade. Which is to be, you know, based on the fact that obviously the trees are still bastards. The fact that the arcade monitor is a completely different size. I missed that. Oh, and I hit that. Okay, so it's a lot easier than the arcade. And it's no R-type or Gradius, but it's still a tad tricky. I do like the chilled out music. Why are the hardest, biggest bastards in the game vegetation? It still pens you in such a way. Oh, look at that! That it becomes very difficult. Oh, it's those. The bad guys are very accurate to the arcade. Yeah, it is tad hard. And no continues, so that's accurate. It still pens you in such a way that when you have shot your power up, there's so much bullets and shit on the screen that you can't get it. I might have to watch a video on the Amiga version to see how that fares. This, to me, looks absolutely shiny and fantastic. Nessie doesn't seem to want to shoot as much as they did. I was going to say she, is it? Wait, it's a she, isn't it? In the arcade version. I'll take that. Any breaks you get. And my dragon sounds like he's got a minigun. Which I'm totally down with. Oh look, they shut their pants and flew off. Was that because I went... Obviously you can't do both at once unless you go like this. And mix it up. Right, give me that. Right, give me the big... I don't know, whatever it was. Orange X laser thingy. That's its descriptive term, by the way. I've just made it up. But it's staying. You know what I mean. But then, like I said, getting the power-ups. This looks really, really nice. And also, yeah, getting the power-ups is so difficult. Friggin' trees. Get some napalm. Oh, I see, I lost a friggin' head. Ooh. But yeah, this is really nice graphics. See what I mean? It just casually floats through, or your power-up just floats by or around with bullets. What? And also, because there's so much going on, not quite as much I would say as the arcade, it's very difficult. Well, you're not noticing all the shit flying around the screen. But, see? Why is it at the edge of the screen? That wasn't my fault. Now we've got flying trilobites. Look it up. They were a thing. Oh. Get some of that. It's... Yeah, it's certainly not... It's no arcade. See what I mean? My explosions cover up the bullets as well. It's certainly not as bad as the arcade, but it's also pretty frisky in its own rights. And no continues. Who the fuck thought that was a good thing on both versions? In fact, I know this is generally renowned for being easier than the arcade, but you could have given us some continues. I mean, dropping 30 quid on this, especially back in, like, you know, the 80s. I would have liked to have seen more of the game than this. Right. Yoink. I didn't even see what fucking hit me then. Do their feathers kill you? Surely not. I believe not that big. Right, boss? Anyone? Boss? Come on, you know you want to. What? No, I just realised... Oh. It just goes... You thought you've seen some pretty nasty, hard, fast flying shit, haven't you? Yeah. We just invented a new one. Come on, boss. I'd like to see a boss. No, I didn't get that. And he's just taken me ahead, and he was incredibly easy. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. The game kicks the living piss out of you, but the boss is a complete walkthrough. I'll tell you what though, I wouldn't want to have to play this without a turbo switch. Oh wait, I did, it was called the arcade game. So anyway, basically, this is a nice port of the arcade. It's a really good port. Its aspect ratio is different. It doesn't scroll. It's bigger sprites, which I prefer. There's a lot going on the screen. There's no slowdown. You've got the power-ups. All the enemies are decent representations of the arcade versions. Suffers from the same flaws. And when I say flaws, that's probably because I'm a crap player. It's far more forgiving. But it still balls horrifically hard. So there you go. Dragon Spirit Arcade versus PC Engine. Let's never play or speak of this again. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, particularly if you played this on the PC Engine and or in the arcade, and also any of the other versions. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.